Hello there YouTube, welcome to Strunky's Road to Excellence. I'm gonna give you a little break from the Indian Panzer and give you something new because I noticed, oh crap, this is getting pretty annoying, all those Indian Panzer matches. So I'm here with the OHO and look at that, we are in the new version and the matchmaking is not very kind to us. I was grinding for the Type 4 Heavy and I actually... What's up with the music? I never heard that part of the music before. Okay. I think in this whole grind towards the Type 4 Heavy, I have never ever encountered any tier 6 tanks. I've never shot them. Maybe in a few matches I've had like tier 7 tanks, but never really got to shoot them. But yeah, mostly fighting tier 8s and 9s and like now tier 10s. So yeah, I am using the derp gun, which you can see over here. Didn't have my mark yet while getting this match, but yeah, one of the main annoyances of this tank is these two boob turrets on the front that pretty much screw over your gun depression. You can see you have a little bit more room for gun depression over on the right side of the tank, but it does require you often to show your side a bit, and this is pretty much the main annoyance of the OHO. But pretty much the rest of the tank is pretty amazing, at least when playing the derp gun. I've only played the derp gun on the OHO, which is kind of weird because I didn't play the derp gun on the ONI. But yeah, for this one I just decided to do so. So let's see it in action. It has a pretty short reload of, I think, under 15 seconds. And here we have a T-49, and that's a great start. We get his ammo rack, and he's done for. But yeah, I don't think that ammo rack was necessary because we probably would have penned that T-49, but it's a great start for the match. So yeah, you'll also notice I have XVM installed again. This is because I know just a few days ago I just kept having raffle stomps by the enemy team, and I just kind of got frustrated, and I just was like, alright, I'll just install it again and check out which players are more dangerous for me, so I can just keep an eye on that, you know, to just get defeated a little bit less unexpected. But yeah, we are with a lot of tanks over here, and there's a big OHO driving over there, so I'm gonna take a shot. And even though this gun is not very accurate, if you just need to hit the tank on any place whatsoever and you're aiming on the side of a big OHO, then you know that pretty much compensates for your accuracy. I mean, it's not like you have to aim for weak spots, it's just hit this somewhere the tank, even close to the tank does some splash damage if you're lucky. So here this OHO is moving, I think he's side scraping, but even then side scraping is very useless when you're dealing with a derp gun. So yeah, that's also one big annoyance about the Japanese heavies. They can just keep doing that. It's just point and click, and I think it was a nice relaxing change to not have to deal with aiming at weak spots so much, and I could just, you know, click my way through. And it's not like it's easy or OP because these things are so slow and that you get spotted so easily. And yeah, if that happens and you get flanked, yeah, you're pretty much screwed in this thing. But when you get into the front line, when your team is not too aggressive and just a little bit passive enough, I mean, it's a tier 10 match, and if you look at our IS-7, he's just driving out of the base. But that's because there are like tanks over here, and we are fighting tanks over here, so it's kind of weird. But if we win this, we'll easily be able to pincer the tanks over there. But yeah, we kind of have like an aggressive front over here. I can keep it up with my slow speed, so I'm just gonna aim for this roof over here, hoping to maybe overmatch or anything, because it was showing green, but I didn't overmatch, but it still did a nice amount of damage. This E75 pens me. I'm gonna go for a Cupola snipe, I think, and that does 369. Let's see where the E75 penned me, in the lower plate over to the left. Alright, so I bounce a shot from, I have no idea, maybe it was the FV in the back. Go for another Cupola snipe, 324. E75 tries to kill off the defender because he's a one-shot, but the defender is side scraping very good. And yeah, that tank has amazing armor on the front. A lot of people claim it is very overpowered, and I would say in certain situations it can definitely be overpowered, especially with the trollish sides it also has, that Russian side armor you see on a lot of ISs. So yeah, taking out that E75, and there's still plenty of tanks, and this defender backs up, and I didn't try to block him or anything, I just want to move forward. This tank is just so big, slow, and heavy. I'm just gonna pop a shell into that FV, and it's just, you know, the shitty accuracy doesn't matter, just hit the tank somewhere, and that's what this tank is all about when using the derp gun. And I think just because it's so slow and big, and even though it has armor, it's not always good, because people will quite often shoot premium ammo at you. Now I tried to load AP over here, which is, or heat, because that deals a massive amount of damage. But it didn't pen the turret, and I was feeling a little bit overconfident. Let's see if we can get another try at penning him with the heat ammo. Come on. Oh yeah, there's his side. That was a good choice of me to shoot heat. And that's the second thing, you know, you can choose to be aiming at weak spots, and that's mostly when you're able to flank tanks. And even though this thing is just pure heavy stuff, slow stuff, you'll barely have chances to flank, but when you do, then it's nice to load that heat and just do that 700 damage with 150 pen. Just pretty decent. But yeah, for fronts not so much. I tried to side scrape here, and like I was telling earlier, the reason I chose the derp gun this time is just because it's so slow, and your armor can be good, but people will often shoot premium, and you know, then it's not very good to be standing in the open for too long. And if you have a fast firing gun, you need to expose yourself a lot of times. So me using the derp gun is basically, you know, having to expose yourself less, meaning you'll have to catch less shells, and that'll make your armor more effective in some way, and will keep your HP pool intact for a longer period of time, which is, yeah, kind of the reason why I did this. So yeah, I'm on 4 kills, and ooh, I get into the base, and pretty much I've been driving forward, and this M40 hits me. Let's aim at him, and shell goes right in. I think the Emil was on reload, so that's good for me. I tried to kill the other RT earlier, but he got killed, I think, by the Emil. That was the Bad Chat 58. And well, it's going pretty good actually, having some nice support and just nice targets I can derp at. There's only just one mouse left, and pretty much the whole map has been cleaned up. Pretty good team. Here's the mouse. Definitely not going to be able to pen him with heat. And I shoot, and he survives with 90 HP. And now I was like, oh damn, I'm not going to get this top gun, because no way I'm going to kill this mouse. But for some reason my team have trouble penning that mouse, and I do not need to pen him with HE. So I'm just going to shoot and get that kill, get that extra mouse kill. And well, yeah, that was pretty much bye-bye mouse. And yeah, you know, he might, you know, you can be a tier 10 mouse with that great armor, but you know, even the rear is very armored. I would have no way penned that with heat, I think. Probably, well, maybe I have, but maybe at a very, very straight angle. But yeah, it was a 90 HP, and with a big old derp gun like this, you don't need to pen anything. Yeah, it's a pretty long gun actually for a 150. Well, it's actually like 149, I think. Like 149.8 or something like that. It's like just below 150, but it's a pretty long gun for a derp gun. And yeah, it's a strength, but it comes with its weaknesses. You know, the lack of gun depression because of these boobs. Definitely drawback of the tank. But yeah, this was a tier 10 match, and I've done pretty good. Top gun and probably an ace tanker as well. Let's take a look. And yes, indeed, it was an ace tanker. And we got Bruiser, Demolition Expert for ammo racking, the T49, Duelist, Fire for Effect, and Top Gun. That was very nice. This was my first ace tanker in the OHO, and yeah, I was pretty baffled because I was bottom tier. I didn't expect it, but I kind of had luck with the enemies I was facing. You know, The only tank I really faced was on tier 10 was the Mouse, but that was behind him, and the rest of the match, yeah, well, fighting the E75, the FV, and the OHO that I shot at the beginning, and I took out the T49. Didn't encounter the Leopard. That would have been fun to just derp him in the side. But I have done so a few times, I believe. I think on Ensk or something like that. But nevertheless, it was a great match. Ace Tanker top on XP, top on damage in a tier 10 match with a tier 8 tank. That doesn't happen a lot, but it does help that you can pretty much ignore the armor of the enemy teams and kill a Mouse like that and kill an E75 like that, just if you have enough time and they don't start to swarm you, because your slowness is really a drawback of this tank. And you know, I just had enough support and they didn't always focus me, so I just could survive, deal out those HE shells and that one heat shell in the side of that FV, and this is the result. Top Gun, Ace Tanker, bottom tier. Pretty much ideal. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There's 14 shots fired. That's actually a lot for a derp gun like this. Made nice profit as well. And yeah, I think I was running a booster as well, so that's over 4,000 XP. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.